about Assignment0. And let's do it. Normally I will not show you how to do the assignments like this. I will just give you the code after, right? But in this assignment, I'm not trying to teach you how to program, just to use the tools. So hopefully after this, the tools are not a problem. First, you need to move to your projects folder. Let me clean this. You can paste it, or you can do it with tabs. Notice how this thing changes. This is the folder that you are on right now. You can also use pwd to see where you are. So we are gonna now move to the A0 folder, which was this. Then we want to create a new branch. -b, so it's git checkout -b A0. I already had it because I was playing with this before recording and recording wrong things. So the second time you would just be doing git checkout A0 without the -b. And it tells us that we are on A0, that's good. Git status would also tell us we are on branch A0. And we have nothing to commit. The working tree is clean. Your prompt on git bash actually shows which branch you are on, which is useful if you are using Windows and git bash. Now we are here. We are gonna use /cradlew eclipse to generate our Eclipse project. And then we are gonna open Eclipse. Eclipse is an IDE. It's a very fancy text editor, but it also understands that our project is made out of a bunch of files, not just one. And so it allows us to do a lot of magical stuff. It understands the whole project, but we need to tell it. And so we use Gradle for that. And then Eclipse to edit our code and sometimes test and things like that. So we are gonna import our project, file, import, general, existing projects into workspace, browse, go find it. It's gonna be inside documents, projects, CS5000, and then A0 in this case, you'd be opening A1 and all of them. When you look at our project, there's a bunch of stuff that's not terribly useful. These are generated files. And then we have source files, main, Java, and test. They are Java because they're Java files. And our package will always be assignment and then assignment0.java. This is the file that you need to modify. Most of the time I'll give you this. We have the class and I'm giving you functions that you have to modify. In this case, we have an add function, takes two ints, a and b, and returns an int. And I am saying return 0, which is dumb. It should return a plus b, as this thing is telling you to do. You don't need to learn how to program, just text manipulation for now. Turn a plus b, save it. You can run the tests. Let me run them here. /gradlew test. And that tells you that subtract is not done. By the way, notice that it's telling you where it has a nicer HTML report that you can go see. Actually, let's go see it right now. So I'm gonna open this guy. This guy. That's my file explorer on the Mac. some build reports, tests. So it's telling me I can go look at the classes. Grader actually passed, which is not normal. They should be the same, but I messed up this assignment. Detailed test, subtract. The name of the test, I'm trying to subtract 15 minus 8, and I expect a 7, but it returns 0, because, well, that's what we told it to do. You can also run your tests from here. So right click on this guy, do run as, and use JUnit test, and that will get all the tests. These are passing. I don't know, hopefully the video will show it and your screen will show it. They are green and they have a check mark. These are failing. They are blue for some reason. I would expect them to be red, but oh well. And they have an X. It's actually hard to see. This bar is very good because it shows me that stuff and it shows me the failures. You could run individual tests if one of them is giving you trouble or something like that. And I have both a detailed test and a grader. The grader kind of gives you your grade, and this one has more detailed tests. Let's go back. If we go back to, actually we don't even need to go back to Navigator because we have it here. We're gonna fix subtract a minus b, save it. Control S on Windows, Apple S on Mac, Control S also on Linux. And then run it again. How can I run them again? Rerun test. Ooh, and this reruns the failures first. Yay, beautiful green bar, 0 failures, 0 errors, everything is good. Yay, I am now done as far as Eclipse is concerned. Let's go back to this. I can also verify GradeLW grade, and I should get 100 out of 100, usually in this case 20 out of 20. And then I can do git status to see what did I add, what did I change, and this is the only file that I modified. I actually modified a bunch of other files, but I have a git ignore file for Git that says don't worry about those, which is good because we don't want to send extra manure. So I'm gonna do git add and then cut and paste this guy. Or type it or whatever. Again, if you're using Windows, Control Insert and Shift Insert are cut and paste. If I do git status, it will show the same guy, but now it's in green rather than in red, because now it has been staged for committing. I still need to commit. A0 done or something like that, whatever you want to do. And then git push origin master. Let me make sure that this was what we put here. Oops, I committed the wrong thing. It's good that I did. The branch that we're working on is A0, so what we want to push, I committed the right thing. I pushed the wrong branch. You do git push origin A0, because that's the branch you're on, right? And you should see something like this. It's actually telling you can go here to create your merge request, so you can cut and paste this and put it on your thing. You can also just go to GitLab, select that project and stuff, and do new merge request. You want it from A0 to master, compare branches and continue, and then make sure that you put me as the assignee and submit the merge request. that got assigned to me. So I can log in on my machine. I will be seeing this same thing, and I will be seeing this. I can add comments and tell you stuff like spaces could make this nicer, for example. Right? If you want to be happy, it doesn't terribly matter. What I will normally do is look at this stuff. Oh, that's the other me. So let me actually sign out as the fake me, sign in as the normal me. Go here, go look at the merge requests. And then go to changes. Spaces here would be nice too. I would normally not tell you stuff like spacing or something like that. Some people like to put a space in between each operand and operator. I don't normally do it. Some people do. This is just an example of the kinds of comments that you may find. I would normally do either of two things. I would come, when I look at your thing, do comments and either accept it and merge it or close it. How can I do that? Oh, I guess I cannot close it. Only you can. So if it's not accepted, I will leave you a comment saying don't, right? Redo this or something like that. And so you would know that you have to do stuff and keep submitting. So imagine that I didn't close this, right? So I told you to do spaces. What you would do is eventually, right, log back in, do whatever, right? Look at that stuff and then say, oh, let me come here, fix it. Save it, verify that I didn't mess things up, /graderw grade. I still get the same 100 points, or 20 points in this case, right? Then git add the same file, source main java assignment, and this will change, but it'll be assignment 0 or 1 or whatever. Then git commit -m adding spaces. Git push origin A0, and that will add. That actually modifies the pull request, hopefully. Does it now has more commits? Yes. Now it has 2 commits, adding spaces. You can come and look at the previous comments here and say resolved just for fanciness. You don't really have to do this. But that would let the other person know, yes, or you could say stuff like changed, or stuff like no, I hate spaces, living as is. Normally I will making comments on actual stuff, not spaces. And then eventually I would accept the merge request. That gets merged and you get 100 on your assignment. For the most part, you can submit. I will give you comments. You can keep fixing stuff. there is no excuse for not getting 100 on your assignment. You can submit as many times as you need, subject to time constraints. So if you put the time, you will learn and you will get 100 on your assignments. And that is it for this.